everyone, Cowboy ZB back again. It is after Halloween, yet again, and everyone, again, is talking about Christmas time. And as I think, it's a little too early for that, even though Thanksgiving isn't much to celebrate. I wouldn't mind Christmas coming soon, because that means I get more figures that I can review for you guys. Now, I know adventures can substitute for reviews. This December, I would like to do a lot more reviews for you guys of older figures, newer figures, and anything of the sorts. And a quick plug for adventures. We are doing a Christmas special this December, so go check that out if you want to just see a happy, chappy little Christmas stop motion. Anyways, I know why you're here, you know why you're here, so let's get into the review, shall we? I didn't know of this till this year, but Target does this Geek Out event. It's a yearly thing, and they do all these exclusives and stuff. And this year, it looks like they did a ton of One Piece things, which is pretty cool. So they did this Figuarts Monkey D. Luffy, and he's like battle damaged, which is really neat. But there was some controversy whenever the promos were released. People didn't like it because it was just another Luffy with a few scratches that were barely noticeable. And I was like, eh. But at the same time, I thought it looks really cool as Battle Damage Luffy, and I was going to try my hardest to get it. So, I ended up going to Target yesterday, and I found him. Obviously, I purchased him, and now I say let's unbox him. Right off the bat, I would like to say that this figure is really good. I know it's just a repaint of the East Blue Luffy, but that is one of my favorite figures in the collection. And to get a battle damage, just really cool repaint of him, I will gladly take it. I know when doing the shots, I lost the tiny hairpiece, which sucks because I honestly wish it was a part of the actual hair sculpt, but it is what it is. Alright, I found it. Here are the two Luffys standing next to each other, and the difference in person is pretty noticeable. I don't know if it is on camera. This is the original Luffy, obviously, and he has much brighter clothing and no scratch marks. This one is the battle damage one, and it's obvious because his clothes are a lot darker. He has like a dark wash, which is pretty cool, and he has scratches all over his body, which is really neat. And I realized I've never reviewed the original East Blue Luffy, so I'm going to do a full articulation review on the battle damage one. And they are literally the same exact body, just basically a different paint job. Another comparison are the buttons. This guy's buttons are silver, while this one is gold. Anyways, now into the articulation part of the video. Luffy's head can look this far up and this far down, basically all the way down, and his head moves around real nice. Arms go up that much. His bicep swivel. Focus. And then, over a 90-degree bend. Obviously his wrist can move. Nice diaphragm, and not too good of an ab crunch going forward. A lot more going back. But then if you put the waist in, you can get that much, which that's a lot. And then for going back, you get that much, which is quite a bit more. Legs kick up about that far. And of course, as usual, the knee articulation is not the greatest. He has good ankle rocker. Pretty good ankle rocker. And of course, the awesome toe joint that makes the sandal kick up. And that is all of Luffy's articulation. So, before we do size comparisons, I would like to just go through his body and kind of show off, where all the scratches are and all the paint and everything. So he has a few scratches on his face, top and the side there. He has scratches all throughout his vest and some on his arms. Not too many, though. He has no scratches on his pants, but of course it's all, looking dirty and stuff, which is pretty neat. He has a ton of scratches on his legs and his feet, which I think look really cool, and I just really like that. He has no scratches on his hat, but it is what it is. He also has no scratches on his hands, which I really do not like about that. Speaking of hands, how about we get into the accessories? Luffy comes with two fisted hands. He comes with two open hands. Comes with two, like, open kind of grabbing hands. And he comes with a pointing hand. As for faces, he comes with this yelling face, which looks incredible. This grinning face that he had out the box. Last for faces, he comes with this smiling face, and of course, an optional headpiece that fits the hat. Now it's time for some size comparisons, so let's get into that. Here's Luffy next to Romance Dawn Luffy and Zoro. Here's Luffy next to the Gear 5 Luffy. Here's Luffy next to Goku. Here's Luffy next to the SH Figuarts Naruto. Here's Luffy next to the SH Figuarts Teen Gojo. Here's Luffy next to the Storm Collectibles Baki Hanma. Here's Luffy next to Super Shadow. Here's Luffy next to Magnificus. Here's Luffy next to Buff Chucky. Lastly, here's Luffy next to the SH Figuarts Squid Game Guard, aka Pink. To conclude my thoughts about this figure, I think that he is definitely worth the $35 price point, even though he's missing the meat holding hand, the meat eating face, and the meat itself. I wish he did come with some bloody accessories, but people are saying that they can't make it too sought after because it wouldn't be fair for people in Japan because they can't get him. Overall, though, I think this figure is definitely worth it, and if you can find him in stores, I definitely recommend that you pick him up. You can even probably get him online, Target, like online right now if you wanted to. But yeah, this is Daboy ZB, and this is the SH Figuarts Battle Damage Luffy. Daboy ZB out.